Welcome to this comprehensive interactive breakdown of religious experience. This topic challenges you to decide whether profound personal encounters with the divine are genuine evidence for God or simply products of the human brain. We will explore key philosophers like William James, Rudolf Otto, and Richard Swinburne, and weigh their arguments against powerful physiological and psychological critiques from figures like Michael Persinger and Sigmund Freud. By the end, you'll be ready to write a top-scoring evaluation essay. Let's map out the key concepts. Religious experiences fall into types like mystical, numinous, and conversion. William James identified 4 marks of mystical experience: ineffability, noutic quality, transience, and passivity. Rudolf Otto described the numinous as a terrifying yet fascinating encounter with the holy other. Philosophers like Richard Swinburne defend these experiences as evidence using principles of credulity and testimony. However, critics like Michael Persinger claim stimulation of the temporal lobe can produce similar sensations, while Freud and Dawkins argue such experiences are psychological or evolutionary byproducts. Turning to our study notes, let's focus on 4 key scholars. William James argued we should judge religious experiences by their positive moral fruits. Rudolf Otto coined the term numinous to capture the awe and dread of encountering the holy. Richard Swinburne defended the evidential value of religious experience through his principle of credulity: we should normally trust our perceptions. On the other hand, Michael Persinger's God helmet experiment suggests that artificially stimulating the temporal lobe can produce feelings of a divine presence, challenging the uniqueness of religious experience. When writing an evaluation essay, follow this process. First, define religious experience and distinguish between theistic and monistic mysticism. Second, outline the defense, James's 4 marks and Swinburne's principles. Third, introduce challenges. Persinger's God helmet shows a physical cause. Freud says religion is an illusion born from wish fulfillment. Dawkins sees experience as a byproduct of brain wiring. Finally, evaluate. Do these critiques undermine the evidential value? Consider that not all experiences are explainable, and the principle of credulity could be too generous. Let's work through a typical 12-mark question. The statement claims religious experiences are merely hallucinations. To answer well, define both terms. Then present James's view that experiences should be judged by their fruits. Positive life changes suggest they are more than hallucinations. Swinburne adds that we should trust our perceptions unless proven wrong. However, critics like Persinger show that brain stimulation mimics religious sensations, and Freud argues they are projections of unconscious desires. Conclude that while naturalistic explanations exist, they do not fully explain the noutic quality and life-transforming power of many experiences. Watch out for these common pitfalls. First, many students describe experiences without evaluating whether they prove God exists. Always weigh evidence. Second, use specific scholars, name James, Otto, Swinburne, Persinger, Freud, and their precise ideas. Third, present both sides. Don't just support religious experience, address the challenges. Finally, incorporate key terminology like ineffability, noutic quality, numinous, and the principle of credulity to show depth of understanding. To wrap up, remember that religious experience is a personal encounter interpreted as divine. William James identified 4 marks and suggested we judge by results. Rudolf Otto highlighted the numinous. Richard Swinburne defended experience as evidence. The main challenges come from neuroscience, psychology, and evolutionary biology. In your evaluation, consider that even if the brain mediates experience, that does not disprove a divine source, much like a radio can receive a broadcast. Focus on the transformative effects and the consistency across cultures. Now you're ready to excel in your exam.